Welcome to our deep dive on the Agent Development Kit. We call it the ADK. We're going to walk through the entire life cycle, from that first light bulb moment all the way to a powerful AI agent that's out there doing its thing.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We'll start with the big idea. What even is the ADK? Then we'll get into the blueprint for designing an agent, hit the workshop to build it, launch it into the cloud, and then we'll look ahead to some really cool advanced stuff you can do.
So, first things first, what is the Agent Development Kit really? I mean, what problem is it actually trying to solve for developers like you and me?
Well, this image really says it all. The ADK is a complete toolkit, an SDK, for building AI agents. But here's the key. It's not just about writing the core logic. It's about the entire journey. It handles all the tricky stuff, like managing how agents work together, remembering things, debugging, and then it even helps you deploy it. It's the whole shebang, so you're not stuck trying to glue a bunch of different tools together.
And at the very heart of all this is the agent. You can just think of an agent as your fundamental worker bee. It's designed for a specific task, and you can build two main flavors. One that's super smart and uses a language model to reason and make decisions, or one that's more like a predictable robot, just following a set workflow every single time.
All right, so let's get into the blueprint. Now that we know what an agent is, how do we actually go about designing one? What are our options?
Okay, so at the very foundation, every single agent starts from the same place, this common base agent, and from there you can see it branches out into three main categories. You've got your LLM-based agents, which are great for reasoning. You've got your workflow agents, which are perfect for controlling a step-by-step process. And then you have custom agents for when you need to build something totally unique from the ground up.
In this table, it really boils down the choice to one crucial difference: predictability. See, you'd pick an LLM agent when you need that creative spark, that flexibility to handle things you didn't plan for. But if you've got a process that absolutely has to run the exact same way every single time, no exceptions, that's when you reach for a workflow agent. It's all about predictable, repeatable results.
Now this is where things get really powerful. An agent is smart, sure, but tools give it superpowers. By giving an agent tools, you're letting it actually do things in the real world. It can run code to do math, dive into huge databases with BigQuery, search through your company's private documents, or even connect to services you use every day like GitHub or Notion. It's a total game changer.
Okay, our blueprint is ready. It's time to head into the workshop. This is where we get our hands dirty, building and, just as important, debugging our agent on our own machine before we even think about sending it out into the world. You know, this quote perfectly sums up the ADK's philosophy on logging. It's smart. It won't drown you in a sea of text you don't need. But the moment you need to figure out what's going on, you can crank up the detail and see exactly what your agent is thinking. You, the developer, are in complete control. And believe me, this matters a lot, because when your agent does something unexpected, these steps are your best friend. You flip on debug logging, and suddenly you can see the exact prompt that was sent to the model. You see the history, the instructions, everything. It makes finding that one little bug so much easier. And you know what the best part is? You don't even have to mess with your code to get all this juicy detail. You can just add this little flag, -log level, debug, when you run your agent from the command line. It's so convenient for that quick build, test, debug cycle.
All right, our agent is built. It's been tested. It works like a charm locally. Now it's time for the big moment. Let's launch this thing to the Google Cloud Agent Engine and share it with everyone. So one of the things the ADK does absolutely brilliantly is take a super complicated process, deployment, and boil it down to just three main stages. You get your cloud project ready, you make sure your files are in order, and then you run a single command. That's it. ADK does all the heavy lifting behind the scenes, like packaging it all up in a container for you. Now for that first step, you're going to need a key piece of information, your Google Cloud Project ID. But don't worry, you can find it right there on your main dashboard, front and center. This is basically the address you give to the ADK so it knows exactly where to send your agent. So our agent is live, but you know what? The journey doesn't end here. Let's take a look out at the horizon, because there are some advanced features that open up a whole new world of possibilities. And this is where we're really talking about the future. With agent-to-agent communication, you can build a whole team of specialized agents that work together. With BIDI streaming, you can have a real-time voice chat where you can interrupt the agent, just like a normal conversation. And with resumability, if a super long task gets interrupted, no big deal. The agent just picks up right where it left off. How cool is that?
So there you have it. We've gone from a simple idea to a deployed AI agent that can do some seriously advanced things. The ADK gives you all the tools you need, whether you're automating a business process or inventing the next great interactive app. The only real question left is, what are you going to build with it? Thanks for tuning in.